2021, you are currently the oldest you've ever been, and at some point, if you're watching this, you have or will try to get a PS5. Good luck with that. Every year, I look forward at the 12 months ahead of us and uncover the games only available on PlayStation to help you plan out what you're going to do with your money this year. With that in mind, here's every PS5 exclusive dropping in 2021. Oh, and to clarify, many of these will be supported on PS4, so I'll try shout that out as we go. You ready? Let's do this.
Near.
God of War Ragnarok. Back in 2018, the God of War franchise was reimagined, moving Kratos away from Greek mythology and into the Norse world. The game also refocused from a hack and slash set piece-a-thon into a more rounded, story-driven action-adventure game with RPG elements. Fast forward to the end of that year, and it was voted the Game of the Year, beating out Red Dead Redemption 2 no less. Kratos, now a single father, raises his son the best he can. The game ends with a knife edge as we find something out we never knew before. But I'm not going to spoil that right now. Go play it again. If you have PS Plus on PS5, it's absolutely free to play right now. You should totally do that. What I can say is that Thor is heavily name-dropped to be the bad guy in Ragnarok, and in late 2021 we are scheduled to find out. I gotta admit, I personally don't believe God of War Ragnarok will be released this year. I really hope I'm wrong, but we haven't even seen 1 second of gameplay yet, which makes me think 2022 is more realistic.
No.
It's just a gut feeling, but if Cyberpunk 2077 has taught us anything, it's not to release a game before it's finished. Have you seen Destruction All-Stars? It's essentially a hero shooter, but instead of weapons, the All-Stars have vehicles. Originally intended to be a release day game, Destruction All-Stars has been put back to February 2021. But get this, it's gonna be free on PS Plus. For the first 2 months after release, PS Plus gamers can download this for free, but sadly not on PS4. So be sure to add this to your library using the PlayStation app if you don't have a PS5 yet. Destruction All-Stars pits 16 contestants against one another in vehicular combat. But here's the interesting part. Each car has a different perk and abilities. We've seen cars turn invisible, and others equipped with blades that slice opponents into pieces. And should your vehicle be wrecked, you can actually leave it and go on foot. Survival rates are not high this way. Destruction All-Stars arrives on February 2nd. Another game pushed to 2021 is Deathloop, releasing on May 21st on PS5 and PC. Xbox players are forced to wait 1 year to play this game. You'll find that as this video goes on, most games are like that for Xbox players. Bad times. The premise of Deathloop is quite unique. We play as Colt, an assassin stuck in a time loop. Every time he dies, he resets in the world. With 8 targets to hunt down, Colt uses the knowledge he learns from each death to perfect a run and defeat everyone in his way. But wait, there's also a free moving assassin on your tail. Juliana, assassin versus assassin. Only one can win, and the other is destined to repeat the loop forever. Deathloop looks innovative. I can't wait to try it. On March 19th, Returnal will be releasing solely on PS5, a third-person science fiction shooter with elements of psychological horror. Perfect for children. Okay, maybe not. We control Celine, an astronaut who is stuck in a time loop. Yep, it's like Deathloop, but a completely different direction. Each time Celine passes away, she is reawoken into the same world, which evolves constantly, fighting different ghoulish enemies. We are pulled deeper into the horror elements as we use alien tech. There are currently more questions than answers, but with the release date approaching, more info will be coming very, very soon. I'll keep you updated. To me, it looks like a cross between Death Stranding and Control. And that sounds epic. Next up, Aloy is back in Horizon Forbidden West. Back in Zero Dawn, we came for the dinosaur robots and stayed for Aloy and her desire to understand the truth about mankind's fate. Set in the far future following the demise of mankind, small pockets of human life have evolved to the hunter-gatherer stage of evolution. Silence is set up to be the big bad guy this time around, a former ally with a secret agenda. Aloy has vowed to keep looking for answers as a deadly plant begins to corrupt the land. Which means for us, more dino slaying as more mechanized enemies have been confirmed. Horizon Forbidden West will be releasing on PS4 in addition to PS5, but as I'm saying this, no release date just yet. When we know more, I'll update the video's description. Next, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, scheduled for the first half of 2021. This game is most definitely only available on PS5, thanks to its focus on the crazy fast SSD in the PlayStation 5. Like usual, Ratchet & Clank find themselves at odds with their arch nemesis, Dr. Nefarious. But it's the Dimensionator in his possession which is the key mechanic. Rifts into other dimensions open up constantly around the game, but these aren't mere windows in time. Jumping through them and we're instantly transported to that new world or area. The extended demo shows ways to warp near and far, and the sheer number of weapons on offer in this platformer. Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart could be promising more than it can deliver, but from what we've seen, this could be mind-blowing. Have you seen Kena Bridge of Spirits? Okay, it's definitely not a AAA game, but it's so unique and gorgeous, I had to cover it. Look at these little critters! Kena will be releasing on PS5, PS4 and PC in the first quarter of 2021. A third-person action-adventure title with a focus on magical abilities from Kena, who is a young spirit guide. By the way, is it Kena or Kenna? Whatever you like. The combat is fast-paced, with tactical dodging and both ranged and melee attacks. But the greatest element of all is those rot creatures, who are kinda like lemmings or Pikmin, if you've ever played those two great games. Using these guys to complete tasks looks like a great deal of fun, and I want to try it. And we can customize them too. These little rots could have their own hats. I'm sold. Take my money. Ghostwire Tokyo is a first-person action game in which Tokyo has all but been completely wiped out. I mean, straight up vanished. Our job is to figure out what the heck happened. The combat is said to be martial arts focused, with hand gestures unleashing mystical abilities to capture the undead. The paranormal vibes given off by the trailer is way more horror inspired than I personally was expecting, but I'm cool with this. Details are tough to find, but we have seen a bow in the trailer and we'll be wielding magic with elemental focus like fire, water and electricity. So if you want to be a badass ninja exorcist, Ghostwire is your jam. No release date yet on this one, and the PS4 version is not slated either. Only PC and PS5. Next is Gran Turismo 7. I'm totally the wrong person to talk about racing games. Broom broom, car goes fast. And look, it looks more realistic now. The DualSense controller will be used to recreate road surfaces via vibrations and sound cues, and real-time ray tracing has been confirmed too. All at 4K 60 frames per second, so if you love driving in circles, expect Gran Turismo 7 to appear in 2021. It's impossible to have a new PlayStation console release without a Final Fantasy game, and this time it's Final Fantasy 16. Don't be put off by that number. The 16th mainline game in the never-ending JRPG series is nothing to do with any other game in the series. A new setting with new characters. The world of Valisthea houses 6 kingdoms, and thanks to an unknown force called the Blithe, tension in the land is rising. We know our tale will be focused on revenge, which likely has something to do with the giant summons Final Fantasy is renowned for. In this world, one person in each kingdom is known as a dominant, who can summon those godlike entities, just like real life. In Britain, the only person who can do this is the Queen. There are also a ton more PlayStation exclusives dropping in 2021, but they don't have enough information to be part of this list officially, so I'm gonna fly through them right now. Stray, a third-person cat adventure. We're like a feline delivery service. This one is on PS4 and PC too. Goodbye Volcano High, a coming-of-age story with humanoid dinosaurs, designed to help people come to terms with their non-binary life choices. Releasing on PS4, PS5 and PC as a timed exclusive. Oddworld Soulstorm is coming in spring on PS5, PS4 and PC, once again as a timed exclusive, taking Abe back to his side-scrolling roots in a 3D environment. Project Athia is so early in production, it still has a working title, so this is highly unlikely to drop in 2021, but it does look like a third-person action-adventure title. Jet the Far Shore is coming this year on PS4, PS5 and PC, an exploration game in the same vein as No Man's Sky. This is Solar Ash. Imagine Journey and Fury having a baby, and you get this. Coming to PS4 and PC in 2021. Little Devil Inside is another timed console exclusive on PS4 and PS5, but it's also on PC too. It has a solo and cooperative mode, and is full of 19th century character and charm. Look out for it in 2021. So there we have it, all 18 games I could find that are actively being promoted as PlayStation exclusives in the year of our Lord, 2021. There's tons more coming in 2022, like Pragmata. But let's talk about that next year, shall we? So, what games are you going to play this year? Which do you feel are unmissable? It's gotta be God of War, right? I'm Adam from PlayStation Grenade. Thank you for your time. It's been a pleasure. I'll see you next time.